Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Ties burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Pops, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a break.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the San Francisco 49ers.
Set! Go to base! 54 Mike. Rip right! Check 24, check 24! Check! Check!
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Love. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. To throw on 3rd down. Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, on is Colby Wadman now to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. On the return comes Cobb. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Watch the run!
Recon, 132 fighter. Let's see it.
Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Falcons. Nick Chubb, 79 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The throw over the middle taken in. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And an alley to run. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Running right, this is Ingram. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. To throw on 2nd down. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 16-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On 2nd and a couple. Minshew. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A gain of 3 on the play.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On the ball. Shoot.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll go play action here with Minshew. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Got it.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Hard, hard.
A run for Nick Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's crashing. He's
Topper, Topper. Gone, gone.
Let's quit.
Five.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. 30 base.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
60 outlaw. Leo. Jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Bam.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. On 4th down, Minshew. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
A gain of 15.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Kill. Look at me. Go. Keep gripping.
Now Chubb. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
I'm coming after you.
Ready?
From the 27, Minshew. They set up the screen to Chubb. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They'll get just a couple, but the sticks move again.
Ready? Hey, Sam off.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, second down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Rock it.
They run. Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a third down.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Look, squeeze. Shoot.
Minshew throwing on third down. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Off play action. Love. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On second down, it's Ingram. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Ready. 54, right there. 54, Mike. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
On 3rd and 2, Love. And he's got his man on the out route. Well, the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, huh?
Operating from the gun, Love. And that is incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Minshew, 1st and 10. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Hey, lock it.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
90 Wolf.
Here's Minshew. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. Taken from just outside the 30. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on.
And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Falcons. Nick Chubb, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Mike 50, Mike 50. That's the pass. 50's the Mike. 50's the Mike.
Off the play fake. Love. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Love. He finds an opening past the 40. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Operating from the gun, Love. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. On first and 10, Love. This short throw caught by Goddard. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. On the draw, this is Ingram. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 23.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Ready, set, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike, good shot. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Let's get it.
At the 26-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hard. John. Be careful.
Off play action, it's Minshew. Escaping the pressure right. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Ready. 60 outlaw.
You go
there.
You got tight right there.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Clay Matthews able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready, break.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Able to slither by. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It's certainly.
And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
Set, ready. 70 ending. Man, I got you.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Found his target. It's Anderson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Off play action. Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. 2nd and 10. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. They'll run here with Ingram. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Mark Ingram with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep. Now the ball comes loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And some room to run now. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal.
Check.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Mark Ingram. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Look at me. Go.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Watch the twist.
Chubb. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. A big play that time out of Chubb. 45 yards on the ground.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 12 more yards there and another first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Nick Chubb with his third touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Hauschka with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
49ers 14. Stephen Hauschka set to kick off.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
25, check 21.
Throwing again. Love. Now a desperation throw deep depth, and this will be caught at the 30. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And this is going to be covered up by the Falcons. And that should just about seal it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yeah, maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big 4th quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though. Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? And in the 4th quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
Here we go. 70, Indy. Let's get this, get this. Let's go.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. Well, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin. And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did. So for Atlanta, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long.